something bad to us, we are going to do things to you that have never been done before.
This was a fork in the road of human civilization.
Well, good morning, folks. How are you? Bit rare to be doing shows this time of the morning, I know, but I've had one of those restless nights. Some of you may have seen the short live that I did off the phone last night. There was a lot going on in the background last night, and I was disappointed to hear about a lot of it. And I'm getting no pleasure from what I'm going to tell you. What I'm going to ask, it's not tell, I'm going to ask, because it's getting to a point now where the Freedom Union, which is filled with wonderful people, wonderful, dedicated people who truly believe that we together can make a difference. But John Wilson, I think, is at a point where through his actions, his deeds, and his words, I think he's suffering a mental health challenge, and I think he should step down. I don't know that he will, because he's a pretty tough old coot, but there is enough concern coming from people who I speak to. Not concern, there's no maliciousness in this. There is just concern for a man who, as we all know, this battle is hard, mentally, physically. Well, John, pretty tough mentally, but physically his body has taken a hell of a beating over the years. And now I think the last 4 years has probably taken a toll on him mentally as well. And I would ask people, if you are in the Freedom Union and you don't know what's going on, I think you need to find somebody who does and have a talk to them. The Freedom Union has potential to be a wonderful, wonderful thing for this country. I'm just not completely sure that the motives currently being proffered are exactly those that it started out with when it all began. There seems to be some changes, and I can only put that down to the stress that John has potentially been facing. I don't know what he's been facing. We, as you well know, when he decides he doesn't want to know you anymore, he just doesn't talk anymore. And I haven't heard from him in, well, however long it's been. But I still have concern for him. And I wouldn't like to see his health deteriorate in a way that, is going to do great detriment to him personally. I think he should, for his own good, probably step down and regroup, get back with family. I think John's lost a bit of touch with his family, and we know in this movement just how important family is. But I do hope that he takes the opportunity, and he may not. We are talking about John here, and he's likely to be very upset at this video, which isn't my intent. My intent is to tell him that we love him still, but we worry for him, and we would like him to get some help. I hope the people in the Freedom Union understand that too, that there is no malice from what I'm saying here. There is no joy, there is no gloating, there is nothing. We've got a warrior who's down, and or I believe he's down at any rate. I might be over-speaking, I might be overstretching. If I am, then, apologies. But I think John has got to do some self-time, have some self-time, reassess what he's doing, where he's going, and how he might best be able to serve the freedom movement going forward, not just the union. To anybody in the Freedom Union, I can't share any further information than I have with you. I've received what I've received from confidential sources, and I'm not going to share those. What I would tell you to do is, if you are in the Freedom Union, it's to contact somebody who's on the committees or whatever, and I'm sure there will be some level of explanation as to why I'm coming out and saying something like this. But I would just wish John the best, and I hope that he can get some help, because this life of ours is a hard life. Not everybody can do what we do, and that's because we live a very different way to the way most of you live. So it's not for everyone. John is a warrior, but right now he needs a stretcher bearer, as far as I'm concerned. And between the two of us, John and I know a few stretcher bearers. So I'm going to reach out today to a few of them, and mutual friends, if you like, and see if we can't gather some support around him, get him some help if that is what's required. I'm not suggesting John's flipped out. Please don't think, he's sitting naked on the front deck of the boat, making daisy chains. He's not doing that. He hasn't flipped out. I've just heard and seen a lot of decisions that are concerning, significantly concerning. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one who has seen those and feels the same way. We'll just wait and see how it plays out. But I hope that John will look after himself. That's the key. If he can do something to help himself, I think that would be a great thing. But like I say, he's a gentleman who's had a hell of a life, and that old body of his has had quite the beating. And while he has a magnificent mind, that too has taken a hell of a beating through his whole life, and especially in the last 4 years. So I just want to know my thoughts are with him. And for those folks who are in the Freedom Union, and I know there are many of you, don't fret, don't worry, don't be concerned. There is a wonderful team of people that actually are the backbone of the Freedom Union. John is, and he's said so many times, is just the face. So the backbone of the union is strong, and I would urge you, if you have any concerns, to contact your, I'm guessing, union rep, and I'm sure they will allay any fears that you may have toward the union and what going forward the union will do. And certainly if I can help in any way, I would love to. John's shut me out of all of that, obviously, and I haven't wanted to push the point, and I'm not wanting to push myself into it now. But if you ever need help, you need to promote something, I'm here to help. And I'm here to help whoever is doing the right thing by the freedom movement. I'm also here to try and point out some of those who aren't, unfortunately. So I hope that John takes this time and is able to get a little bit of help, is able to find a better place for his mind to rest at the moment. It's been going a million miles an hour for, at least the last 4 years. And between he and Ricardo, I'm sure there have been one or more conniptions along the way, throwing spanners in the works. Maybe I was one of those. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll find out. Who knows? At any rate, folks, I had to get this. I've been thinking about it all night. It's just a concern. I mean, I thought John was a great mate, and even though he turned on me for no apparent reason, or a reason I can't tell you, and I would tell you if I knew, He'll tell you whatever bloody reason, but maybe he won't now. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, I had a great deal of respect for the man and called him a friend for a long time in this movement, at any rate. And I don't want to see anything bad happen to him. I just want to see him look after himself or be looked after. Right now, heading up something like the Freedom Union, I don't think is the right thing to do. And I would hope that he takes this opportunity to show some grace and go and get himself some help. Have a good day, folks. We'll be back on for a bit of a chat tonight. We'll see what the day brings us. Hey, stay away from those dickheads on the road. Love you lots.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back.
Does anybody else want to stay?
Let's rock!